All right, we are on the air. Welcome everybody. This is Zenith Online Racing. This is Tier 2, the Spanish Grand Prix. I got Fuzz with me tonight. It is Arabiga once more in the booth.
Yellow.
We have a full grid. Every roster driver in Tier 2 is here tonight. So that is impressive to see, and it's going to be very interesting. Hopefully, we get a little bit of interesting weather, mix things up a little bit. I saw Monday a lot of safety cars, and
Two
wondering
safety
if
cars.
well, I think we had three, didn't we? Have a third one by the end.
Two safety cars and a VSC. Both of which screwed me over.
I thought there was three safety cars. There was one like right away, and then another one, and then one near the end too. But I think I
You
can't
might
remember.
be right, actually. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, you might be right.
Anyway, regardless, there's hopefully not going to be three or four safety cars here tonight. There very well could be though. This is one of those tracks where it's very easy to lose it. Probably going to see some people crashing the car. It's quite a technical circuit, and it's very easy. There's so many different corners where the car just doesn't feel right, and you're kind of just going on instinct, making your way around. And it's very easy to get it wrong here. And the edge of the track isn't terribly far either. A lot of gravel traps will just carry you straight into the barrier, so could be a very interesting race for sure. And both Mercedes out at the exact same time, so that'll be Niebuhr and Scavney. The Red
Looks like
Bull
an
looks like
alpha beat them to the punch.
yeah, there is a Red Bull T-Money as
PDC.
well. Let's get all that info up. Yeah, there's an Alpha at the front of the pack. So we'll get to PDC as he starts to cross. Hans out on that outlap as well.
I don't know if I'd like to be the third person out on track in qualifying because I know all eyes are going to be on me. There's pressure to perform. All of our fans are watching.
Yeah, yeah.
All of our eight fans are watching.
Hans right now just doing his installation lap. And nobody behind. Good time to get it out of the way because he knows nobody right now is on a hot lap yet. So he doesn't really have to worry about blocking anybody. Oh, goes super deep here. Still kind of needs to be paying attention though. Just making his way. Alright, let's get to PDC. He's just crossing the line to start his hot lap. Right on board with PDC. Looks to be a nice sunny qualifying session here. Maybe a little bit of cloud cover hanging around on the horizon there, but looks like it'll be sunny for the most part. And I wonder what kind of weather we have for...
Our usual weather boy hasn't informed us yet.
Yeah.
Come on, Aerostrike. Stop slacking. Is that insane asylum? See, that's not my name. And if you knew how to pronounce my name, you would know it doesn't rhyme with asylum.
Fazilum? Fazilum? That's a good one. Janet wants us to talk more about Monday's race. Well, I don't know what to say about Monday's race. I mean, there's a lot of crazy shit going on. Obviously...
I just want to say Puff got lucky again.
Oh, yeah. Every week, Fuzz says this. Got lucky. 2 championships under his belt. Just luck.
He fluked his way through both of them.
Hans is crossing the line. He puts up a 1:19.2, so not a terrible first lap. Definitely be looking to improve on that time, though, I feel.
19.2, yeah.
I think we're looking for 18s here. T-Money with a 19.8 on the hards, so yeah, PDC definitely want to be looking to improve that time. Electric Chicken on the hards, 120.6. PDC, or sorry, Scavney with a 119.6 into second. We've got Niebuhr crossing, 120.7. Burns, he's just finishing up his lap. We've got a Haas finishing up their lap as well. That is, I guess that would be Romney, who goes into 4th. Now a Red Bull. That would be Axon. And he jumps by me again. Just not catching these guys in time. I need to start looking further back.
Yeah, Axon's just probably done a warm-up lap so far. He's done a 37.5.
Yeah. JXW crosses the line.
Niebuhr does a 20.7 on the softs. JXW 21 dead on the mediums.
Terminal Deity a 37.2. I mean, these are pretty
solid
laps, yeah. Alright, we got a
Wolfsburg 22.1 on the hards.
Just have Bobby putting in a hard lap right now.
I have to say, I'm not seeing anything impressive so far. They're gonna have to find a few seconds to, you know, really catch our eye.
Pits. Scabney coming around again. Looks like he's out of fuel. He'll be heading into the pits.
T-Money with the 19.8 on the hards. That's actually not bad. Yeah, T-Money is the first one actually making a dent in this qualifying session so far, proving why he deserves a move up to tier 1 in a couple weeks' time.
Yeah, no doubt. 119.8 on the hard tire for T-Money, so it's a damn impressive lap. Axon's 119.8 on the hards. He just put that on the board. That's a pretty good time as well. Looks like Romney has gone purple in the first sector here. Just a little wide on the curve there, but yeah, it looks like he may be pushing for another run here. I don't know if he's got enough fuel on board, but it's a good time. We might as well put it in. No, he doesn't have ERS, like hardly any, so. At the end of the lap, he's going to run out of juice, and he's going to compromise him a little bit. So he's still up, though. He'll improve, but I don't know if it's really worth it. Like, I guess he's figuring he's going to go back out on another set of tires and get a better lap on the board after this. So maybe it's okay just to get a good rhythm going. Not a bad idea, actually. Get a good feel for the sauce.
I'm interested to see where the Ferraris actually end up at the end of the session, because I feel like they're the only ones so far who have really challenged the, you know, our usual top 3.
Yeah.
So I want to see what GB Colin and Pace Dogs can do. Pace Dogs does a 20.4 on the mediums. That's not so bad, but he'll be looking to do better if he's gonna make an impact.
Yeah, it looks like Arrow's on a push lap right now. Let's ride on board with Arrow. See what he can do on this hot lap on the medium tire. So, do we get a weather update yet? I guess nobody gave us the weather yet, eh?
No, but yeah, Doc pointed out in the chat that I would guess dry as people are out on the mediums, which makes sense because people would be on the softs if it was going to rain.
Yeah, true. Unless they're using the mediums as their warm-up laps or something, but T-Money did the hards as well, so it's a bit of a tell that they're thinking strategy here. So yeah, maybe dry race then.
Yeah, going by Monday night, I don't know anymore if starting on the mediums is such a good idea, because there's a very high chance of an early safety car, which puts the people starting on the softs at a massive advantage. Yeah,
I have to agree. Ooh, Scavney in a kind of an awkward spot for Arrow there. He definitely had to be a little hesitant on the throttle coming around the corner there. It's definitely going to cost him a little bit of time. You really can't blame Scavney, though. It's not really a good spot to get caught. And Arrow dives into the pits. Looks like he
there's confirmation. There's confirmation from Burns about a dry racing quality throughout. Early prediction says safety car within the first 2 laps. That's not so far-fetched. Not a bold one, I'd say.
So, Scavney looks like he's on another push lap.
Oh, T-Money goes pole, 18.6 on the medium.
Nice, that's a pretty good time from T-Money.
That's a pretty good time, yeah. That's really solid.
Yeah, that's definitely a benchmark. Especially the fact that it's on the mediums. That's going to definitely keep him in a spot to contend. I don't know if he'll be able to hang on to pole necessarily, but he might even be able to do that. Arrow with a 19.2 on the mediums, so advantage T-Money at the moment. PDC looks like he is on a hot lap, just starting one. Oh, he's out of juice actually, so he's probably just finished one.
Electric Chicken is on a lap, coming into the third sector soon.
There he is. 3/10 up according to the sector timer at the top. So Electric Chicken.
Oh, 7/10
up to improve. 7/10 up. That's going to put him up into probably the top 5 if he can add another 10th or 2.
Yeah, he had a bit of a shaky exit out of that left-hander at the end of the DRS straight, but nothing too massive. Should be fine. Pretty clean lap so far. No lockups. Nice exit out under the final corner. Out of ERS, 19.6.
Yeah, 5th place, that's pretty solid. I think you got to be pretty happy with that if you're on the medium tire. Yeah. Obviously, looking at T-Money sitting in 1st on the medium tire, you're probably a little jealous. But, yeah, definitely a good lap from Electric Chicken. Axton is in the pit. He's also got a pretty solid lap on the board, but I think he's got the mediums fitted now. Let's see what his best time is. Still on the hard, so Axton is a threat here too. He's got a 19.8 on the hards. Puts that medium tire on, probably gains at least a second minimum. Can definitely challenge T-Money for pole. And then Arrow, of course,
is out on the softs.
Yeah, I would just think like it's. I don't know. I mean, you really, you know, it's a kind of just a gamble at this point. But like, you've got to see like the way things have gone in other races, even not even just our race Monday night, but even in other races in the past few weeks since the update. The safety car is coming out pretty often, and it's kind of just ruining strategy. Like, it doesn't really give. You know, if you run a nice, smart strategy, it doesn't really matter because sometimes the safety car is ruining that, and it's becoming something that's, you know, I don't know. Like you said, it kind of ruins qualifying. It ruins tire strategy. Like, why not just go out on the softs? You're probably going to be able to get off of them early anyway.
Yeah.
You know, I think guys with, you know, pace that are maybe looking to run like a sort of like a quiet, like lonely race, but score some good points. Maybe they consider staying on those medium tires if they're in a good position. Like, you know, it's maybe worth it if you even if you get the safety car early, you might be able to extend. It's entirely possible, but it's really hard to say, really, like, because you don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, it's entirely possible people end up being really careful and really clean, as you would expect. Like, that should be the bar, and there are no safety cars, but you never know. Like, it's not, you can't always blame the driver. It could be an unfortunate incident, an unfortunate mistake that sends someone into the wall and, you know, could cause a safety car.
Yeah.
But yeah, exactly. At the minute, it's so unpredictable that
Arrow,
it just might be an advantage to start on the softs.
I think Arrow was up about 4 or 5 tenths, so that's pretty good, but I don't know if that's good enough to touch T-Money's time.
Yeah, but I feel like he'll gain a lot more in the third sector itself, because that's where all the grip is.
True. Well, here it comes. This looks like it's going to be a good one. 18-2 from Arrow, and he takes provisional pole. So T-Money, it's T-Money's move now. He's sitting in the garage. He's probably thinking, what do I do now? Do I go out on those
lost
softs?
it in the second DRS straight. He's into the wall. He's retired. That's unfortunate.
Goes Lit Romney into 8th. He's on the mediums in 8th. So maybe, like, you know, Lit Romney in 8th on the mediums. Like, it might pay off for him if they get an early safety car and everybody ahead of him goes in because they're on the softs. Because then he kind of puts himself in a position he wouldn't normally be getting, and then you know, if field spread and a little bit of good good solid defending early in your stint after the safety car, you can build up a gap and actually get yourself into a nice little spot if you're sort of like out of position from the guys you're normally racing.
Outside the top 10, it's definitely beneficial to start on the harder tire, because even if there's an early safety car, you can just make up those positions, and it's not like everyone else is gonna, you know, it's not like anyone else is gonna run to the end of the race on whatever tires they put on.
Yeah,
they're gonna have to stop again.
Arrow into the pits. PDC coming around to start a hot lap. Let's ride on board with PDC. It's been challenging for the podium positions consistently for the last few weeks. Just starting his flyer now, so we'll see what PDC can do here. Nice shot entering turn 1 there. Coming up the hill through turn 2. Back on board here. Really wide on the curb there. Trying to use as much track as he possibly can. Swings it in. Gets a little deep there. I don't think he had to hesitate a little bit on the throttle because the car was looking to go off track. And he runs a bit wide there. I think he gets away with that. So lap still counts. He throws it in. And carries a lot of momentum to the outside there. He did that nicely. Good amount of speed up the hill. Rides the curb nicely. Runs pretty deep there. Really smooth lap though, and he's using all of the track here. This could actually be a really nice time. He looks like he's gone purple in sector 2. Let's see what he does here to finish off the lap. Sometimes they'll invalidate for you swinging wide on your way into a corner. So something he's got to watch, because I think he's done it a couple times. And he gets away with that one. I think it was just legal. And this could be a pretty good time. 19 flat, so actually lost a lot of time in that third sector there. It looked like he had a pretty good lap going, and then just kind of threw it away in the final sector.
I would guess it's because he ran out of ERS coming out of the last corner, so he had pretty much no extra electric energy on that final run-up to the line.
Here comes Eric. 20.8, so he's down on his previous run. Well, it looks like he's got a lot of juice here, actually. Maybe he's just starting his hot lap now. Maybe that was like a warm-up run.
See, when he says, I'm thinking I'm in a good spot right now on the mediums. Definitely a great spot to be in if you start P2 on the mediums.
Even Axton, too, in P3 on the mediums as well. Like, even if you get the safety car, like, you're kind of laughing. He really got track position locked up.
Yeah, exactly. Even with the safety car, if Airstrike decides to pit, they basically have the lead of the race. They can control the pace from there on. So we'll see how that works out.
Getting out of the way comes PDC again. Imagine heading into the pits. Yes.
PDC off the line could get them into turn 1. That's true, but depends on how good a start PC can have on the softs.
Is that Mario starting a hot lap? It is. Let's ride on board with Mario. See, he's rocking a pretty sweet helmet there on Blue 9. He runs super deep, yeah. He's still getting used to that wheel.
Yeah.
Oh, and he's off. Big moment. Big. Oh! Who was that? One of the Williams. Is that Terminal Deity? It was, yeah. Terminal Deity's lap has been invalidated there, as Mario had a huge moment. Sent Terminal Deity wide on his final run, and that's got to be disappointing for Terminal Deity, because he's sitting in 8th currently with a 19.2. Very frustrating.
Yeah, and does not have time to do another lap around there.
No. So
that's unfortunate.
Is that Arrow on a flyer right now? It is. Arrow's got a purple second sector there, and he's coming around to the final chicane. Let's see what kind of time Arrow can put on the board here. Can he secure pole position? Pretty sure nobody's really challenging for it at the moment behind, but see what he can do here. 17.9. Wow. That's an excellent time.
Quick, what was tier 1 pole?
Pretty close, yeah. What was tier 1 pole? 17.8?
I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
Someone in the chat can tell us tier 1 pole time. Doth?
Doth will know
Man
for
who
sure.
finished, yeah, man who probably got pole but finished
Here comes
9th.
Burns. Burns looks like he's up 7/10 according to the timer. This is going to be huge if he is. 8th place for Burns. That's a good lap.
Ooh.
It's Eric into the pits. And is that Mario? Yep, into the pits. So I think that's it. That will be
Is that
qualifying.
Burns' best qualifying position so far?
It might be. That's 8th place on a full grid of 20 cars. I think that's a pretty damn good time from Burns there. He's edged out a couple guys like Coxie and Chicken who tried to get onto the mediums. I mean, really, they're in a good spot. Coxie in 10th on the mediums, Chicken in 11th on the... Well, he'll have tire choice, but... yeah, good qualifying there from Burns. And, like, you know, if that early safety car comes out, he hops onto the harder compound and gets into a nice race stint and doesn't really lose much time. So, work out for him. Especially if the safety car maybe comes out a lap or two. Sorry, like maybe like 3rd or 4th lap of the race. That might work.
Mm-hmm.
That way he's got a little bit of field spread behind him before he goes in.
Terminal Deity is mad at Mario. It's kicking off in the chat. It's not really kicking off, but, you know, drama. First did say he's gonna belt out a few Bollywood hits in between sessions. See, I'd be happy to do that personally, but I don't think we have the right kind of audience for it.
What's this? You're supposed to be belting out Bollywood hits?
Yeah, Jinit says, first did say he's gonna belt out Bollywood hits between sessions. Like I said, I'd personally be happy to do it, but I don't think my audience would agree.
Yeah, no. I don't really want... I don't know if I want to hear it. I've got headphones on. I really prefer to keep my hearing. That being said, I didn't get a chance to... I was checking the chat there, and I didn't get a chance to review the order, so we'll go through that once the formation lap starts.
So, yeah. Aerostrike on pole... I'll just try to do it off memory. Aerostrike on pole, T-Money in second on the mediums, Axton behind him in third on the mediums as well. I think PDC was 4th, but yeah, I don't remember the order from there on. I remember the top 3. That's easy to remember.
I know Burns is 8th.
Burns is 8th, Coxie is 10th, Chicken is 11th.
Yeah, and Mario's 20th. Terminal Deity is... What was he?
Terminal Deity
I think he was 12th or
8th
something.
before Burns out-qualified him.
Was he 9th or did he get bumped out?
PDC is 4th, yeah, I was right about that.
I thought this league was all-inclusive. What was that supposed to mean? I'm actually just lost here. I actually don't really know what he's referring to.
No, because he's calling you a racist bastard.
I'm a racist?
Yeah, because you said no to Bollywood music.
I have no problem with Bollywood music. I just don't want to hear Fuzz do it.
No, I'm not gonna sing.
I thought you were gonna sing.
No, he said blast Bollywood hits. I was gonna play Bollywood music.
Oh, you can
in the background.
Oh, you can do that if you want.
No,
I mean, we're not doing anything right now. But...
Too late now. Now my feelings are hurt.
Oh, I thought you were going to. I thought you were going to sing. And I was like, no, I don't want to hear that. No. You were like, I don't think I'm going to. And I was like, yeah, no, I don't want to hear you sing either.
No. No. Even I wouldn't want to hear that. So I wouldn't want to put anyone through that.
Yeah, if you're playing it, you got to sing, I think.
I shall refrain.
Well, I'll sing then.
I'd love to hear that.
Yeah, no, I'm sure it would be like.
So let's do it.
If you just removed it out of context, and even if I it would just be so racist. It wouldn't work. You'd have to give me like at least like phonetically spelled sounds to try to pronounce so that it at least looked like I was trying.
Yes. So we could work on that. We have a week to spar, so it could be between session entertainment session.
To learn a Bollywood song by next week.
Yes, learn one Bollywood song that you can sing after qualifying at Spa.
All right, I'll consider
Gildo's
it.
in the chat. Hi, Gildo.
Your best friends here. All right, so the order: Aerostrike is on pole, T-Money's in second, Axton's in third, PDC's in fourth, Pace Dog's in fifth. Let's get those tire graphics up. See what everybody's on. Pace Dogs on the softs. Scavney's in sixth. GP Collins in seventh. Burns is in eighth. Had a really good qualifying session. It's one of his better ones this year, I think. Terminal Deity, obviously. Actually, so he hung under ninth, but he definitely would have improved, I feel. So that's a bummer for him, but at least he's still ninth. That's not awful. It's kind of bad on the softs, I suppose, but Coxie starts in 10th. Out-qualifies Chicken. I think that's one of his first times out-qualifying his teammate this year. They've always been pretty close in quality, though. But Chicken, I think, had the edge. I'm not too sure. I'm probably going to get yelled at by one of them. Electric Chicken in 11th. Everybody outside the top 10 is starting on the harder tires. All mediums, and then JXW and Hans on the hards. Hans going to really look to extend his first stint. Try to make him as much time as he can. Starting from the back of the grid tonight. So Wolfsburg in 12th, Lit Romney in 13th, It's Eric's in 14th, Bobby is in 15th, Dub 49ers in 16th, Nevers in 17th, JXW is in 18th, Mario in 19th, so he doesn't start last. I forgot Hans starts last. But Mario in 19th. So let's see if Mario can string together a brilliant performance and score some points tonight. You never know. He's been struggling lately. Wolfsburg.
I'd like to point out, Scavney has a very cool looking helmet. Pretty much goes with the car.
Yeah, I was just going to say Wolfsburg's helmet is pretty cool looking too. It's actually got some of the elements of the Toro Rosso colors in it. It's got like that light blue, green. If you look at the rear wing side panels, the inside is painted like a teal and green color, and yeah, it kind of matches. Looks pretty sweet.
Quite cool.
All right, so the grid is reforming. We are getting ready to start the race. Hans just pulling up to his box, and that should be it. We'll see the session flip over to the race. We'll see those lights start shortly. All right, here we go. The Spanish Grand Prix. This is Tier 2 of Zenith Online Racing. We've got 4 lights on. We've got all 5 lights on. And they're off. Away we go. Aero gets a good start. T-Money struggles a bit on those mediums. He looks like he's under pressure from the cars behind. T-Money going to have to get defensive early here. PDC looking to take the place early. Sends it down the inside. T-Money closes him off nicely. Good job defending from T-Money there. Leaving each other just enough space. They bump, but I think that's all tidy. And Pace Dogs looks like he's run really wide, and he's come off the track a bit. Got back on cleanly, but I think he lost a place or two. GP Collin has passed his teammate, and Scavney jumps up into 5th. So good start from Scavney there. Let's check the position change.
Oh, Pace Dogs goes down the inside of his teammate. No contact yet. Still side by side.
Yeah, into this tricky corner. A very hard corner to go through side by side. Car really gets unloaded through there. This one too, on those cold tires at the race start, it's very easy to lose it. We could see somebody lose it here. Everybody looks like they're through clean. Yeah, everything's good there at the back, so I think we're good here. Let's get up, check out our battles. We've got Axton and Scavney tucked in behind PDC, who's already lost a second to T-Money ahead. T-Money looking to hang on to Aero, so obviously T-Money has the tire advantage, but we're through the first lap clean, so we might actually not get a safety car here. That's really going to compromise those soft runners.
Oh yeah. Pace Dogs and Scavney had a brilliant launch off the line, but failed to make up enough places. I think Axton just managed to keep them behind, Axton and T-Money. Oh, Scavney's run wide, well wide in turn 3. He loses a double. He's in the wall.
He's in the grass there. That looks dicey from Scavney. Did he lose any wing? I think his wing's okay.
No, he's fine. He's fine.
Just needs to get those tires working again.
Yeah.
Lost quite a few places, though. Chicken is in 20th in the pits. What happened? He must have had wing damage. He's gone on to the mediums again, so he's definitely going to have to stop again. To be expected, though. That's a terrible start for Chicken.
The hards wouldn't go to the end.
Terrible, terrible start for Chicken. That's not good news. So, the Ferrari drivers still very close to one another. You can see there. Pace Dog's leading his teammate GP Colin, and they are tucked in behind Axton and PDC.
Niebuhr's off. Made up a place. McLaren is off as well. That's Bobby. That's unfortunate in Sector 3. The very tricky left-hander with the bump.
Yeah, it is a very tricky corner for sure. Very easy to lose it there. So
yeah, Niebuhr's probably gonna have to dive into the pits for a new wing, as would Bobby stays out. Guess he doesn't have wing damage.
All over the back of Wolfsburg here, and he looks like he's through down the inside. So good move from JXW there on those hard tires, making up places. That's a good start for him. Yeah, that'll work out well if he can keep making up ground. Coxey into 9th now, so he's gained a place since the race start. So he's sitting in a pretty good spot on the mediums in 9th. Definitely going to be looking to find a way through the 2 cars ahead there. It looks like he's probably quicker than both those guys. Then maybe he can hang on to the back of GP and Pace Dogs as they give chase to Axon and PDC up the road. T-Money still sitting within that DRS range on Arrow, and DRS will be active now. So see if anybody can get a crack at an overtake at the front there. Some very close gaps here. Terminal Dady all over the back of Mario, and Wolfsburg tucked in behind. He's losing some ground though. So Terminal Dady now obviously meets his maker, Mario, on track after the incident in qualifying there. Obviously not intentional, but probably would feel pretty nice to get by him on track right now.
He needs the revenge.
Yeah. Scavney has a lot of closing speed on Burns here, and he is going to slide down the inside and make that move. Sweeps across in front into the braking zone. And now Burns looking to fight it back, so Burns still holding 8th after a pretty solid qualifying session. Probably starting to lose a little bit of grip in those softs, though. He's starting to become under threat from the guys behind on the medium tires. Coxey all over the back end, Lit Romney, and it's Eric tucked in behind as well. Get to the front here. T-Money is really pressuring Arrow, and he's going to get that DRS now. Arrow runs a bit deep. I would have to say advantage to T-Money right now. I think he actually has the overall pace at this circuit, and he's on the better strategy at the moment too. He's also all over the back of Arrow, so
absolutely.
What does Arrow do here?
If he's staying within DRS until the first round of pit stops, he's gonna come out well ahead towards the end of the race.
Yeah, I would agree. Coxey was very close to Burns there through the DRS zone, but not quite close enough, and now he's going to take another crack at it probably down the main street here. Burns really struggling for grip on those softs, and Coxey's tires probably just hitting their prime right now.
Oh, Bobby Dava's off again in Sector 3 into the wall.
That's unfortunate for Bobby. Is T-Money looking yet? No, T-Money's not looking. So let's get back to Lit Romney, who's giving chase to Coxey and Burns ahead. Then we've got Hans pressuring it's Eric. And Terminal Dady side by side here with JXW. Oh, big collision there. JXW, I think, got a little out of sorts and collided with Terminal Dady there. He's cost him a bit of wing damage as well. So, Terminal Dady on those softs. I guess that's the only good thing about his race right now is that he's on the softs now. He's definitely going to need to get off of them.
Axton's past PDC in the meantime for P3.
Yeah, I completely missed that. Coxey's still pressuring. And we've got Lit Romney and it's Eric behind. Hans right behind as well. So Hans makes up a lot of places here as well. Starting last after the qualifying ban. Just too many incidents over the past few weeks. Ended up costing him a chance at a qualifying session. JXW probably be taking a trip to the stewards today as well after that collision between him and Terminal Deity in turn 1. But Hans gets a really excellent exit here, and he's already by its air clean well before the corner here. So actually has to move over to defend a little bit. But Hans having a really good race so far. He's up into 11th now. He's getting through clean. He's taking his time. He's being patient. He's on those hard tires. He's got a long way to go here.
Terminal Deity picks up a 5-second stop go for speeding in the pit lane.
Oh, that's a stop go?
It's at a 5-second penalty. So I'm going to assume it's a stop go.
Yeah.
T-Money's still riding on the back of Aerostrike, not making a move just yet. I think he's smart to do so. He's just gonna ride along in that DRS, save his tires, save fuel, save DRS, and then once he gets into free air, once Aerostrike inevitably has to pit very soon, he's gonna have that free air and he's gonna, put in some brilliant laps.
Yeah, Coxie had a moment there on the exit down to the...
Oh, Aerostrike has a bit of a wobble on the exit. T-Money is going to get past.
T-Money is through.
He's through.
Aero has a chance to defend this, and he thinks better of it. He tucks in behind, so he's through. Pace Dogs up ahead of GP Colin.
Burns picks up a 5-second speeding in the pit lane penalty as well.
So if you guys dive into the pits there, and now Han's suddenly sitting in 7th place on hards, looking poised to have a pretty good race tonight, actually. Coxie, Coxie sitting in 9th as well. Had a bit of a moment. Obviously, was behind. Who is he behind? He was behind a few guys. Did he just lose some pace to the guys ahead there? Because he was giving chase to. He must have had a moment. He was giving chase to Lit Romney and Hans, the guys on the softs ahead. I don't know. Lost track. Somebody on the softs pit, Terminal Deity, I don't know.
I think Aerostrike is going to be very close to pitting. Does he dive in? No, he stays out for this one. But I feel like he's lost a bunch of grip on those soft tires because T-Money is inching away from him ever so slightly.
Yeah. No, definitely. I think the softs are not really made to go more than like 6 or 7 laps here. They really do start to struggle. But Hans now closing in on 5th place. Down the the outside on Lit Romney here, and he's through clean. So Hans having an excellent race. It's not even that far away from the front runners, really. He's obviously quite a ways off, but given the fact that he's 5th and they're 2nd, 3rd, and 4th,
Base Dog spits goes on to the mediums from the soft, so he is on a 2-stop as well, presumably.
Yeah, I think most people may be expecting a safety car. We do still have everybody running in the race at the moment. Nobody has DNF'd yet. So I think they got the edge on us there. It looks like PDC, JXW letting his teammate PDC through. PDC obviously running a completely different strategy, has a lot more pace as well, so no sense
there
of
goes
Aerostrike.
Dives into the pit lane.
Alright, so let's see what Aero does. Do you think he's going to gamble, go to the hards, or do you think he's going to go for the 2-stop?
He certainly can take the hards to the end from here on out, and he's waited pretty long.
Yeah, he's going hards.
Yeah. Oh wait, is he?
Yep.
Yeah, those are the hards. There it is.
Yeah. Aerostrike to the hards, so he's looking to get to the end of the race now. So T-Money's move here, but Aero's on those fresh hards will probably start to make up time on T-Money. Obviously, I think if you're T-Money, you know this. You've got the pace here. It doesn't matter really. You just drive your race, and if you come across Aero later on and have to pass him again, I'm sure you'll be able to get it done.
Mm-hmm.
Looking like he's got the pace to do it tonight. So Coxie now with Arrow behind on the fresh tires. Probably not really worth fighting him at all. He knows he's a losing battle.
Hey, don't underestimate Coxie like that.
I'm just giving some advice. It's probably not worth fighting him.
The Coxie fans in the chat are gonna be pissed that you just said that.
Alright, fine. Coxie, fight him. Knock him off. Drop a banana skin out there while you're at it.
Spam the snack to get the Cox back. See, our chat is slightly turning into a Twitch chat with a bunch of bots.
No, there's a bunch of bots in there. That means people are like trying to steal our views and shit. So we must be doing something right.
Oh, there goes Zero Strike down the inside, right on the exit. Gets the move done well before the corner. Come on, Coxie.
Pace Dogs passing JXW. JXW pitting, so bit of an easy one.
Is it me or this is kind of a boring race compared to the other tier 2 races so far?
Yeah, it's pretty slow. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it's only lap 10 and there's... Look at all the gaps already. We really only got like a few close gaps. Everything else is spread out.
Eric is within DRS of his teammate, so I don't know if he's gonna make a move yet or not.
Yeah, I was wondering if it was because I wasn't drinking. I was like, am I just a little subdued tonight? You know, maybe. No, I just think there's just less going on. Like I'm almost like looking for things to watch, really. Like rather than like trying to decide what the best thing is to watch, it's trying to find what is worth watching.
Yeah, I think everyone's just like slotted into like a good position where they're not stuck behind someone, they're not really fighting someone.
It's Eric is all over the back of his teammate here. He looks like he's going to get through no problem here. They've been running really close for the last couple laps, so...
Aerostrike puts in the fastest lap at 22.2, so he's definitely looking to push and get a massive undercut on T-Money.
Yeah, this is the time to do it. He's got to use those tires now. He's got a bit of a gap. He's only got Lit Romney ahead, and it's Eric, and then he looks like he's got a little, I don't know, actually. Once he catches that pack, he's pretty much stuck in traffic for the next few cars. These guys probably aren't pitting terribly soon either, so... Is it Eric catching Hans? Or is Hans just, Oh, there's a lap car there. I guess that's Mario. Oh, and Bobby. Both the McLarens having a pretty miserable night out there. Hans coming through to lap Mario now. I tried to encourage Mario before the race. I sent him a message and said, hey man, get some points tonight. Like, get out there, run a nice, clean, smart race. And yeah, it's just... He's really struggling, I think, with the new wheel setup. He's just...
Fair play. It's not an easy thing to get used to.
No,
I know.
It's just...
I remember my first few races with the wheel. I would have like multiple spins. Oh, Bobby Towers retired. That's the first retirement of the race so far.
Where is
I wonder what happened.
He went into the pits, maybe, or did he crash on the pit barrier?
Oh, I think he lost it on the last corner.
Oh, a safety car.
Oh, safety car.
Oh, well. Everybody
Advantage
pits.
Team Money.
Pace. Oh yeah, look, you lost it going into the pits. Yeah, Bobby crashed into the pit wall entrance. I don't know if maybe he was trying to make the corner and just hit that, but it almost looked like he was trying to hit the pit entrance and missed it. But so you got a lot of guys into the pits, and our front runners are still out on track. So,
yeah, I think I was gonna get a little technical a minute ago and compare Aerostrike and T-Money lap time to see what Aerostrike would need to do to come out ahead, but I think this completely throws that out the window.
Yeah.
I think T-Money's gonna pit and keep position at this point.
Yeah, he's just got to go under the hards now, right? Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
He's laughing now. And then Axton will be kind of screwed because his teammate's ahead, but it looks like they might have the gap. It's just the unfortunate thing in this, there's no damn sense of urgency in this Red Bull garage when there's a double stack, and especially in qualifying. They just sit there. They never do anything. So everybody heading into the pits. The safety car.
Red Bull double stack.
Safety car is sitting on the top of the hill there. Hopefully nobody crashes into it.
Airstrike stays out. Naturally, T-Money comes out well ahead of him. So I think Airstrike is going to slot right behind him on the 4-lap all hard.
Yeah. So here we go. Hans, this has worked out for Hans. He's onto the mediums. Knowing he has to make a stop, he might as well do it now, but those mediums aren't going to last.
Yeah, probably not. It's going to be a struggle to get to the end of the race, but...
He's still up in the sixth, though. But everybody's kind of on equal terms with everyone else now, in a way. Other than the hard winners. But, like,
maybe
here, look at
the end, he just pits on the softs and goes for fastest lap, if not significant points.
I think it's Eric's best race of the season so far. He's currently sitting in 5th on a fresh set of hard tires that can get him to the end of the race. He actually is in contention for a top 5 finish tonight. Like, he's sitting in a really good spot. Hans and Lit Romney also sitting in pretty good spots, but the tire situation's questionable. 20 laps on the mediums? I think that's a bit much.
Yeah, I think that's going to be slightly out of reach
it's
there.
18 racing laps roughly, which is probably asking a bit too much.
Yeah, I think it's doable, definitely, but I think towards the end, they're just not going to have any semblance of grip.
No, not at all. But the guy's sitting on the hard tires, so Coxey in 8th on the hards. Good showing for Coxey, on pace to score some points tonight. Lit Romney, probably going to have to stop again, or he's going to at least drop off heavily towards the end. PDC sitting in 9th, and Scavney all on fresh hards.
Bobby in the chat, they're explaining what happened, what caused his retirement. He said he broke his wing, locked in the pit entry, and ran into the wall between the straight and the pits.
Yeah.
That's very unlucky.
Yeah, because he probably had the wing damage, so he was heading in, and then if you don't have a wing, that's a tricky pit entry. Oh, Coxey way off. Whew, that was a close one. If he had hit the wall there, it would have been pretty much game over for Coxey. Now, I know Coxey's probably listening, and I think he tunes into the streams while he's racing, but that's your freebie for the night. Don't mess it up. You got away with it once. Make sure you actually score now. Because that was close. That was almost the mistake that you couldn't afford. Burns kind of lost out a bit there. I don't really know. I mean, it's pretty much anyone's race now, I guess. It's really T-Money versus Arrow. Arrow with a bit of a disadvantage on the slightly older hard tires. I don't know. Other than them, Axton GP, it's Eric. It's Eric in a good spot here because if he can get his tires working quickly enough, I think he's probably... Yeah, even if, you know what, even if Hans passes, it's Eric. Lit Romney is playing the buffer role. So it's Eric can get into a nice little pocket on these hard tires. I think he's in a pretty good spot.
True. At the front, I don't know if... I'm not sure if Axton and GP Colin have the pace to go on and get the race win, because I didn't see that, at least in the first stint.
Yeah.
I saw that T-Money and Airstrike were well ahead the rest of the field. Like, they built a nice little 5-second, 6-second gap between them and the rest of the field.
Yeah,
so
I agree.
We'll see. Mario picks up a 10-second penalty. I'm not sure what for.
It was for exceeding track limits.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it's a bad one.
That's a harsh one.
Yeah, he's way behind. So safety car stays out for one more lap. I presume one more anyways.
Oh, Mario goes into the pits. I think he might have wing damage.
Not a bad idea, really. Gets him out of the pack. Oh, he's gonna get lapped, probably.
Yeah. Oh, he's
retired. Yeah.
Sad to see you go, Mario.
Another miserable night for Mario. Pace dogged into the pits. What happened? Just changing his tires, getting onto a fresh set of mediums? Oh, it says he's on hards. So... Or maybe it just hasn't registered. Oh,
that's not a. He wouldn't want to be there at this point in the race. He started out so well, up into the top 5, and then.
Just trying to figure out what happened here.
Back down in last place.
Where was he before?
I'm pretty sure. I mean, I remember him off the start doing well. He started on the softs and managed to get a good launch off the line. I think he ended up P5 or P6, and then I don't know what happened. He just went backwards since then.
Yeah. It just seemed like I think he was already in a bad spot, so he just decided to put a fresher set of tires on or something. Safety car in this lap. Thank God. Man, this is ever boring. T-Money
these guys are awful.
Yeah, T-Money begins to bunch up the field, so we've got Arrow sitting behind on slightly older hard tires. Axe sitting behind on fresh hards, just touching the grass a little bit. That's not going to help him on the restart. GP, and it's Eric right behind, and Hans as well. So Hans on the fresh mediums and Lit on the fresh mediums probably want to get through here and fight, but it looked like, I don't know if it's Eric had the pace on Romney. I think he passed him on track already. So maybe a slight advantage to it's Eric here. Coxie and PDC tucked in behind Lit Romney, and we have restarted the race here.
Oh, Aerostrike does not get a good launch
no, he's lost
on the safety car restart. Accident is going to be all over the back of him going into turn 2 and 3, and Aerostrike is over a second behind. It's Eric loses the place, Hans makes it up.
Yeah, Hans
on the medium. Brilliant. Latomi will be looking to get in on that action. It's Eric goes really, really wide into turn 3. Latomi, his teammate has closed up the gap quite massively.
Yeah, and Coxie is right on their tail as well, so I'm going to sit on board with Coxie here, and we'll keep an eye on the 2 cars ahead. And then Hans just up the road from them as well, sitting in a bit of a pocket at the moment. Also got Burns pressuring Scavney here as well. Just checking on that. I don't think so. Coxie now braking very early, and that's allowed PDC to really close up on him. The 2 Haas cars are nearly side by side through the final sector here. Lit Romney really looking for a way through on those fresh mediums, as Eric does not want to yield that place at this point. He really needs to keep these cars behind him.
The 49ers is our only softs runner so far at this stage of the race. He's on 4-lap old softs. Not quite in striking distance of Niebuhr, but I don't know if he's going to have enough laps on those fairly worn softs. I feel like 5-lap old softs are fairly worn right now.
They're like half.
So I don't know if he's going to be close enough.
They're like half done, those tires. Lit Romney having a bit of a moment there. Lost some pace to its Eric, and now Coxie right on the tail with PDC getting a little impatient behind, looking for a way through. Stuck behind 3 cars here. He definitely wants to find a way through. Lit Romney side by side with it's Eric. I don't know if that was intentional or not, or if it's Eric just made a bit of a mistake there and Lit Romney capitalized. But excellent move from Lit Romney. He is through, and this allows him to go give some chase ahead to Hans, and they're 3.5 off Hans already. Hans now pressuring GP as well. So Hans on a charge here on these medium tires.
Oh, Coxie side by side with it's Eric, but has to go right over the curb. Isn't able to get the move done just yet.
Looking for that switchback. But Lit Romney now making up pace. Making up time already. He's already got a 1.5 second gap, and it's Eric dives into the pits. What's he doing? He's on 4-lap old hard tires. Did he get damage, perhaps?
Does he have wing damage? Oh, definitely does now.
Did he hit the wall?
On his way in, yeah.
Oh, that's unfortunate. So, Coxie now has PDC for company and Scavney alongside PDC here. Terminal Dady JXW very close behind at the back of the field as well.
Oh, Han has a big lockup. into turn 5.
And
But
Electric
poor
Chicken.
solution so far.
Electric Chicken has entered the chat. He's just closing in on this group ahead. We've been following this group for the last few laps. Pretty good action here. Nobody really taking any massive leaps forward, but sort of trading punches at this point. And now
I really want to say I like how committed these guys are to the league, because I see a lot of matching helmets to the team cars.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking the same thing. There's a lot of good designs out there on the track, and a lot of people have set it up for their cars here in Tier 2, so it's obviously
Is Tier 2 officially our most fabulous looking league?
I would say so. I mean, look at PDC's helmet. Look at that thing. It's got like a space.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's got like a mural of space and solar systems and stars and stuff, and yeah, that's an interesting helmet for sure. I don't even know. I maybe bought it or something from the store. I've never really seen it.
Yeah, I would have to imagine that's a premium helmet, because I don't think I've seen that before.
No.
Oh, he goes wide. Still gotta stay on the track, buddy. Space is on your helmet, not on the track.
Or in your head too. Can't space out.
Wow, that's rude.
Oh, I'm
that's
just.
Rude,
Oh, I'm saying it's another place you can't have space. You gotta be focused. No spacing out during a race. You really gotta focus on what you're doing. You can't even, especially here, really. You have any, even one little moment.
and GXW. Yeah, that's true. Can't disagree with that. Terminal DD and GXW. Oh, GXW dives on the inside.
Wolfsburg now
gets
down
it done
outside as well. Whoa,
yeah,
Wolfsburg very deep.
Boy.
Oh, actually got it to stick there at the end. It looked like he was going to miss the corner for a second. Well, Wolfsburg involved in a battle at the back here, and then we got this scrap going on between PDC, Scavney, Burns, and Chicken as well. And up ahead of them, everybody's sort of settling into gaps. Everybody out of DRS range in the top 7 now.
PDC and Scavney are still side by side going into turn 1. PDC manages to hold position on the outside in turn 3. Does he get the better traction of the two? He does. Manages to keep his P8 at the minute. It's Eric with the fastest lap on the mediums for the 21.7. That was a push lap.
What's he doing down in 18th now? What happened?
He pit a minute ago. He hit the wall on his way.
We thought,
Are you high again, Bigger?
Oh, I'm always high. No, I was just wondering, like, what? I was like, what happened in the first place, though? Like, why did he even go in the pits? Like,
oh yeah, I'm not sure about that, but Wolfsburg right on the back of Terminal Deity in the DRS zone, but there's a nice little DRS train at the back.
Yeah, no, it's pretty interesting actually. Like, it's weird that the top like 7 and 8 places are all sort of spread out a little bit. The gaps are just growing, and then we've got these like 2 trains in the midfield and at the back. So it's very interesting to see Scavney now with a huge run on PDC here. Dives down the outside, and I think he's going to have this into the corner, no problem. So PDC relegated to 9th, and now Burns giving chase as well.
Oh, Terminal Deity moves down the inside of the 49ers. Is he going to get the move done? Yes, he is.
Yeah, Dove has to yield now. Wolfsburg has a crack at Dove now, too.
Oh, Wolfsburg goes a little wide. Completely misses the apex of turn 3 there. But it's all good. Didn't lose out too much.
Oh, PDC got onto the gravel a little bit there. That's going to give an advantage to Scavney here. Maybe enough to break that DRS. Scavney really wants to push now and see if he can build that gap up. PDC still has that DRS though, and it looks like Scavney does not. So.
Oh, Terminal Deity has a bit of a moment in the left-hander up the hill.
Burns.
Oh, Neebo's in the wall. Nebo spun.
Ah, that's unfortunate.
That sucks. 18 lap old medium. I don't know what he was trying to do there.
Yeah, that
But
makes sense.
I don't imagine his tires were gonna hold out for very long anyway.
Yeah. Is he trying to get to the softs, maybe? Not too sure.
Maybe.
So Lit Romney and Coxie just had a little scrap there. And it looks like Coxie has made his way through. So Coxie, now his tires are a bit better than Lit Romney's.
JXW pits, the 49ers pits. I imagine they'll be going on the mediums until the end of the race. Yep.
Yeah.
Let's see, PDC, Scavney, Lit Romney, and Coxie. That's the battle to watch right now for 6th place.
It's a good one. I think Coxie's probably going to get away. It looks like he's just made his way through, so it might be Lit Romney slipping into the clutches of Scavney and PDC over the next couple laps, especially with his medium starting to fall off.
I think Lit Romney is going to have to pit soon enough. He'll probably go on the soft side, I would imagine.
Yeah.
But
there's not enough field spread really for him to do anything if he pits, though. It's kind of unfortunate.
Yeah.
He almost probably wants to stay out another couple laps for sure, just to try and hope that the field spreads out a bit behind him. Scavney closing very fast on Lit Romney here, but he's not going to be close enough. Oh, almost on the braking he got there, but not enough. And Scavney's helmet matches quite nicely the Mercedes too.
Oh yeah. I think Scavney's is the first helmet we mentioned that looks nice.
I think you mentioned that, and I was looking at somebody else's.
You were looking at Wolfsburg's.
Right, that's what it was.
Helmet. Yeah, I think it's definitely high.
Yeah, of course I'm high.
Yeah.
This is what happens when I just get high. This is what happens when I get just high and not drink. I completely, I'm zoned out. But, I don't know. The stuff I've got right now is, really strong, so...
That's good.
Definitely put me on the back foot. Honestly, I had a really late night last night, too. I was out till... I got home at 1 a.m. I was up till about 2.
Oh.
I was just wired, so I couldn't really get to sleep.
Out with the lady friend?
No, I was just out alone, like usual.
That's just bad.
No, it's like I went to a concert. So I went to a concert and then I made my way back home. And by the time I wound down and actually got to sleep, it was around 2 a.m. and then I had to wake up around. My cat wakes me up around 7:30 most days. So Scavney down the inside here. Ooh.
Oh, Hans has gone off. That's what the yellow flag is for.
Oh, Hans off big time here. Whoa! I thought he was coming back on.
Oh boy. Okay, he did well. He did well to stay out of the way.
It's so frustrating though. He was having a really good race.
Yeah. He was up into what, P4, P5, and
yeah. Coxie now running in a great spot, and chicken into the points too.
Oh yeah, I think Coxie would be just smart to just hold the car for the next 9 laps and make sure he gets the points.
Yeah, he's not probably gonna. He might be able to catch. I don't know. 5 seconds to GP. GP is pretty.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think. I just don't think it's worth going out and cutting a 5-second gap, battling for P4 against another driver, destroying your tires, putting yourself at risk of crashing again.
And what's going on behind here with Lit Romney, Scavney, and PDC as well, stuck behind Lit Romney? Coxie's sitting pretty. He doesn't really have a threat behind because Lit Romney's just losing time to him. And,
PDC will be desperate to make a move.
No doubt. But yeah, I was just exhausted all day, and I worked all day too. So my brain, I'm pretty much just toast at this point, to be honest with you. So I thought I had the energy, but I'm sitting here watching, and I'm just at moments spacing out, wondering what I should say. I know it was so close there. Still didn't get through. It's killing his race.
Yeah, Lit Romney's probably cooked his tires as well, doing all that, but I mean, he's doing well to hold these guys up, and he has absolutely no reason to let them pass, so more entertainment for us, eh?
No doubt.
Oh no.
I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it, but I mean, what's he really? I don't know. Like, he's not really accomplishing anything. At this point, he's just going to get picked off. The more he ruins his tires, the slower the faster he gets picked off. And
I mean, he probably knows he needs to pit anyway, so I would imagine he doesn't really care if he cooks his tires over the next 2 laps, because I think he's just gonna go on the softs and just...
True. T-Money fastest lap.
That's advantage T-Money. T-Money is doing all he can to keep this title race alive. I guess the gap is going to be somewhere around 55 points if he manages to win and get the fastest lap. So he's got a nice 3-second cushion.
Into the pits.
Yeah, Lit Romney in the pits. He's definitely should be going on the softs. Yeah, soft tires for Lit Romney. Where does he come out? He's lost a good few places. He's out of the points for now. It'll be a big ask to chase all those guys down and get into the points again. Unless there's a big crash or something. Never know.
Yeah, we're looking like he needs to make up about 15 seconds to get a point.
Yeah, I think that's going to be fairly unlikely, but you never know. Old hard versus fresh soft, he might just be able to make that gap back up.
Getting a lot of lag on PDC's car here. It's just jumping all over the place.
Oh yeah, same for me.
Yeah.
It looks like he's going off the track, but he's not.
Right. Well, yellow flag in sector 2.
I don't see anything on the mini-map, so I'm just going to assume that's not anything major.
Yeah, PDC's car, impossible to tell where it is. And it's one of our closest battles, so it's driving me nuts because I can't really follow it properly. It's freaking me out.
Electric Chicken right behind Hans and PDC. Let's follow along with him. I think Hans might be able to make a move down the inside on the straight.
PDC's got the red X. It looks like he maybe is disconnected.
Did he just put in the fastest lap? Did he actually do a 20.1 on 14 lap all hard?
Oh, Chicken. Chicken with a little bit of a bump there. Oh, the PDC is way ahead of Hans and Chicken now. So there's a desync issue.
What? Yeah, that's definitely decent. Yeah, so they probably just didn't actually get past him.
No, they didn't. The game didn't know where he was and put him in front of Chicken here. That's unfortunate for Chicken because it looked like he maybe almost picked up wing damage there. Imagine picking up wing damage on a huge moment for Hans. Chicken around the outside now. It's a terrible corner for side by side. Oh, and they keep it clean. Commendable driving to both guys there for keeping that clean.
Chicken hasn't looked down the inside, but Hans blocks it off pretty much.
Yeah. Oh, somebody off.
Oh, somebody's off, yeah.
Who was that?
Yeah, that's Niebuhr again. Yeah, that's Niebuhr. He stopped on the gravel. Frustrating race for Niebuhr today. Not his night.
Chicken's got that DRS. He's closing on Hans, but it doesn't look like he's going to get there. Oh, not enough. Let's check him with Lit Romney now. He is catching Wolfsburg very quickly on those fresh softs. So Lit Romney jumps into 12th, and he's still, I mean, maybe catches terminal deity. Probably catches terminal deity. I don't think he's catching pace dogs though. So that's pretty much it for Lit. Electric Chicken still stuck behind Hans. Hasn't lost that DRS advantage yet. Oh, Hans runs very deep again. And Chicken down the inside gets through. So Hans has cost himself a place there. Got a big moment there. And Pace Dog's all over the back of Hans now as well. So Pace Dog's was in a very precarious position earlier in the race, but now actually in a spot to score a few points. So that'd probably be at least somewhat
entertaining.
Somewhat of a relief for Pace Dogs that he at least got some points after his miserable race.
Still got a couple cars to overtake, so see if he can do that because Hans is gonna have DRS as well, so it's not gonna be easy to get past him. There's not going to be that much of a pace
Hans around the
differential.
outside on Chicken here.
Oh,
That was
locks up his inside a little bit.
excellent job on the brakes. I didn't think he was going to get the car stopped. And he got it stopped and got around. So, great move from Hans there.
Yeah, Hans up into 8th, starting from last, is pretty.
And he had that moment too. He was actually up in 4th or 5th.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's pretty damn impressive. Yeah. I mean, obviously he made a mistake, and it's kind of hard to say driver of the day when you make a mistake, but it's pretty damn good. GP running in a real cushy spot, 7.5 behind Axton and 6.2 ahead of Coxey. Coxey in a really cushy spot too. I haven't really been watching the gap with Scavney behind. Has he been closing on Coxey at all, or does Coxey seem like he's pretty much safe?
Nah, Coxey's pretty much safe. I think Coxey's had that gap for a while. He's had that 3.5 second cushion ever since he got into that position. And yeah. Coxey looks like he's eased off a little bit of GP Colin as well, because the gap's increased there by 6-7 tenths, which is good in a way, because Coxey pretty much like confirms his 5th place if he can keep it together for the next 4 laps.
So the Hans train continues. Chicken and Pace Dog still stuck behind, and PDC now closing on the back of Scavney. So Scavney definitely losing time still to Coxey. So Coxey should be safe unless he's got some penalties. But he should be safe in 5th, and like that's a pretty good finish. He's definitely needed that. He just has to wrap it up and bring it home now. Really no need to be pushing. Should be able to just bring her home. Alright, and PDC is at DRS on Scavney, but is not nearly close enough. Chicken and Pace Dog still stuck behind Hans, and Pace Dog's getting very close to the back of Chicken here.
Hans on 17 lap old medium tires. I'm not sure how much longer they're gonna hold up. I have to imagine they're pretty dead right now.
Yeah, and he's been locking up a lot.
Oh yeah. So he's gonna struggle to get good exits out of these corners, and Electric Chicken just needs to capitalize and get the move done on him as quickly as possible. He has DRS now, but he's not quite close enough to think about it. He's gonna have to wait for it another lap. Coxey's made up about 6-7 tenths on GP Colin as well. But I don't think that's gonna impact anything, really.
No, I think I would say the top 5 are pretty much settled, but Scavney's still under pressure here from PDC as well.
They come on and lap the 49ers, who seems to have disconnected. Yeah, it looks like he's disconnected. Oh, yeah. He's joined back.
Yeah.
There he is.
PDC got very close to the back of Scavney there in the braking zone.
Pace Dogs picks up a 3-second time penalty. Oh, that's gonna hurt. That might have just destroyed his chances of getting more than a point.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah, he's got the cushion on Lit Romney though, so I think he'll be pretty much set in 10th place.
Yeah.
He's lost DRS as well. Oh, he has DRS for this lap.
PC is closing on Scavney here. He looks like he might have a chance, but is not quite close enough. Oh, he sends it very late.
Late.
He is so lucky Scavney moved out of the way before he smacked him. That was really...
Hans picks up a 3-second as well.
That's quite the gamble.
Electric Chicken is to the advantage.
That was quite the gamble there from PDC, just to roll it on the outside there.
Huge. He was lucky he didn't come off with a broken wing.
Or rip his wheel off, because he was going pretty fast there. Basically would have hit a brick wall at that point. Oh.
Down in D80s in the pits again.
That's unfortunate. So Chicken still stuck behind Hans. Got that DRS. This is going to be his last chance at it. PDC gonna have a crack at Scavney one more time down the main straight. Let's see what we can do.
T-Money comes around turn 1 for the final time this night. Lap 33, 6 seconds clear of his rival. Fastest lap as well, unless PDC has a glitch fastest lap, but we'll see.
He's been pretty perfect tonight, T-Money. Hasn't really put a foot wrong.
I was looking at T-Money's lap times and he's not faltered at all. Like, they are consistently within 3/10 of each other, and that's amazing.
Yeah. You can tell, I mean, he just commanded this race from start to finish, basically. Even in qualifying, it looked like it was his to lose.
Oh yeah, Aerostrike's laps have been a little bit over the place. Like, obviously they're quick, but he's had some off laps as well in the last 3 or 4, but T-Money has not wavered for even 1 second throughout this phase.
So, just oddly enough, PDC is actually starting to lose time, and Hans is closed up on PDC. Who's that? Niebuhr? Yeah, parked on the wall again.
T-Money crosses the line, P1. Job done.
It's just such a close scrap between 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th. Chicken's pretty much out of it, but 6th, 7th, and 8th here. See if any time penalties adjust these positions once they cross the line.
Oh yeah. GP Colin up into 4th. Nicely done.
That's it. It's a pretty close
Foxy
finish.
in the 5th. Oh, PDC makes up a place. Electric Chicken makes up a couple places as well. Into P7. Scavney P8.
Ooh,
Hans P9.
Good stuff from
Pace
Chicken
Dogs.
there. Just kept it clean.
Yeah, Pace Dogs picks up the final point in P10. Litromny comes home in 11th. Wolfsburg coming around the final corner in P12. Burns into P13. He lost a few places. That might be a disappointing result for him tonight, but he drove pretty well.
I'd say so, yeah. But, yeah, he's qualified in 8th. It was a pretty good qualifying session. Definitely had a chance to convert for sure, and just couldn't really put it all together, so that is
I think the qualifying position should give him some confidence in the upcoming weeks at least.
Yeah, for sure. That is it for the Spanish Grand Prix. Once again, T-Money atop the podium once more. Not a terribly familiar sight this season, but something we have seen in the past. Aerostrike in 2nd, always close, and Axton in 3rd. Pretty quiet race from Axton, despite the fact he's on the podium. I have to say that.
Yeah. Quiet race from all 3 of them, I want to say, because T-Money and Aerostrike had maybe one little stretch of a good battle towards the beginning, but
no doubt.
Yeah.
Alright, so T-Money wins the race. Aero in 2nd, Axton 3rd, GP in 4th, Coxie in 5th, PDC in 6th, Chicken in 7th, Scavney 8th, Hans 9th, Pace Dogs 10th, Litromny 11th, Wolfsburg 12th, Burns 13th, It's Eric 14th, Terminal Dady 15th, 16th for JXW, 17th Dub 49ers, 18th Niebuhr, Mario in 19th, and Bobby Teva in 20th, DNF. Pretty rough night for those McLarens. Both DNF'd. And then we've got Niebuhr 2 laps down, and a couple other guys got lapped as well, so disappointing nights for those guys as well. But we'll get these guys in here for an interview quickly.
The same 3 guys again?
Yep, the same 3 guys again. I'm ready to fall asleep. Is it his first time in Tier 2 this season? Yeah, I would say so. He's definitely had the potential to finish there for most of the season, so that's got to be something that's frustrating him. But obviously, you got to be happy with his finish in 5th to score some solid points there. No eating on the air, Fuzz.
I'm not eating. It was just a wrap up from before the stream started.
It sounded like you were chewing something.
No. I was going to.
Alright. Who joined the party? I missed that. Axton.
This party.
You're ready to party, brother. Pretty quiet race though. The front wasn't like as exciting as it normally is. I was gonna say I feel spoiled. Like,
yeah,
that wasn't that close.
I made a joke that I passed one person the entire race, and it was PDC. That was it. It was just real thriller.
It was honestly. It pretty much put me to sleep. I think. Obviously.
Yeah.
I'm like exhausted today, so I thought that was.
When you watch
that was the knockout blow.
Yeah,
you
when
snoring.
You watch back, you'll realize how zoned out Bigger was. Like he would say something and then 5 seconds later forget what he said and ask me the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't my best stream, I'll say that. I honestly thought I was good to go for most of the day, but then, like, once we were actually running it, I was just finding my mind wandering a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever. It's hard to stay focused when you're tired.
Just like this in this interview.
Right. Is everybody here yet? Alright. Fuzz, you asked the questions, man. You knew what was going on better than me.
Okay. So, Axton, I have a question for you. Why were you awake at 4 in the morning at the airport?
Oh, yeah, man. I had to go to work. Yeah. That's why.
That explains it.
What do you do for work?
Air Force.
No, I'm a janitor at the airport, so just clean I just clean bathrooms, man. That's it. That's all.
Don't hate on me. I'm just a janitor.
Yeah, and then that's my second job. My real job is finishing third in tier 2 races. So yeah.
I mean that's what a real career is, right?
Yeah.
Generally who. Okay, anyway, so what did you guys think about the race? What about Axton? How did your race go?
It was probably the most boring race all year. I had more fun wrecking Biga out of tier 1 race on Monday. I'm just kidding, Biga. I'm kidding. I'm sorry.
I almost forgot about that.
Yeah, it was close.
Yeah, it was close. Now my whole weekend's ruined.
Yeah, sorry. Not much to it. Unfortunately, I was hoping maybe for a little accident at the end with another caution, but didn't happen. So settled for P3 at a track that everyone seems to despise outside of T-Money. So it is what it is. We'll see what happens next week.
Aerostrike, what was the thought process behind starting on the sauce? So you just want to gamble with an early safety car?
No, I mean, I didn't want to go on mediums to start. I figured because last week wasn't even nominated for Driver of the Day. Baffled.
Was I?
Might as well just go for start on pole, try to finish first. I think I would have if there was no safety car, because if there was no safety car, I think I would have came out ahead of T-Money. T-Money would have came out behind me when he pit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, the safety car did kind of throw your strategy out the window. But yeah,
it didn't help that on the restart.
T-Money massively benefited from like a very timely safety car. I want to say lap 11 was pretty much the sweet spot for him, I would guess.
Yeah.
Not the sweet spot, but still.
Yeah, my almost wiping out on the restart though didn't help.
I kind of just let him through.
Yeah, other than that, just.
Accent. He's pretty sad.
He's a loser, anyways.
he's so bored. He's so bored. He's
a loser.
Don't waste any more time on this race. I'm out of here.
To be honest, I'm bored as well, having the same 3 people in the party every week.
Yeah. Well, let's like T-Money get his licks in, and then we'll get out of here.
Yeah.
For that,
We've heard it all. We've heard it all.
On that note, We're not trying to be here every week. Sure, it's a perk. We're here to race. Give us a challenge.
Well, let's just.
Oh.
Hey, didn't we offer a transfer to everybody?
Yeah,
in tier
to be
two?
fair,
I don't mean that disrespectfully. You know?
To be fair, T-Money did.
I don't want to. Like, I don't want to be on the podium every single race. Like, I'm not gonna not try.
To be fair, I understand that sentiment. And
not trying is disrespectful to everyone else.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's obviously not what we want. We want to provide a challenge, but like, I don't know. What do we do?
I can understand that sentiment.
That.
I can understand the sentiment because clearly T-Money went and pursued an actual challenge with his impending move. So, T-Money, tell us more about that. What made you want to move? What made you want to commit to Tier 1? What made you want to not tell your teammate about it? I would have imagined your teammate, at least Axton, would have been part of the discussion.
It's really stirring the pot here.
I'm just saying what everyone's thinking.
Okay.
I get you, Fuzz. First off, I am not in shambles, much like Puff wrote in the announcement. It's an unfortunate. Last week was a unfortunate, series of events, if you could say that.
Mm-hmm.
It was a great race by Arrow, and he deserved to win the race at the end there. But the move to Tier 1 is it's mostly inspired by the fact that I like change. Like last year I was in last season I was in Haas. Now I'm in Red Bull. Now I get to go to Alpha. I would have joined. I was planning on obviously joining Tier 1 next. Well, for sure, at least by the start of next season. And I figured, since there was a seat opening up, I might as well jump on that and just do it now. In terms of not telling Axton, I figured, we've been teammates. We've been a solid team. I think even in Tier 1, me and Axton, we would be number 1. We'd win the constructors. But that, I was waiting. To be fair, I didn't really think that since it was like 2 weeks out that they'd make an announcement, and I figured, that like during or after this race, I just told, person to person instead of through a message.
So they pulled the rug out from under you, T-Money. The announcement.
I'm not gonna lie though. I got Puff's announcement. That was pretty good.
It was. I'm just gonna put it out there. It was entirely 100% Puff's idea. The rest of the admins had nothing to do with it.
I don't blame them. Like I said, it was very enjoyable to read.
Yeah, it was funny.
Oh man, it was like an official announcement plus like a big time like rumor mill.
Yeah.
But no. Yeah, it was
like a tabloid.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, Puff Digital's paparazzi.
Yeah. But,
all right. Well, I think everybody got their bid in. I don't have any questions because I can't think. So
yeah. I'm gonna shout out Coxie.
This is what happens when I don't drink.
Oh yeah, P5 for Coxie, first finish.
Yeah.
Good point finish.
Not his first finish. He finished in
Did he?
But he did tell me that he ended up starting on the balanced. He was on the balanced setup to start the race.
Yeah, I think he was on default 5-6 wings. Yeah, he did well to finish P5 considering all that.
I'd say. All right, we'll wrap it up. We'll be back Sunday for the EU race. That'll be. What time is that at now? 6 p.m. Eastern on Sunday because of the time change?
Yes. 10 p.m. UK, so 6 p.m. Eastern, yeah.
6 p.m. Eastern. All right. We will see you then. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Good night.
See you, boys.